Imagine standing at the edge of a serene river, its calm waters reflecting the twilight sky. At this moment, the river has traveled a long journey, twisting through valleys and over rocks, finally reaching its tranquil delta. This river, my friends, is much like our lives at the age of 60, a point of reflection, where the rush of earlier years slows, and we face profound questions: what truly matters? Who or what will support us as we move forward? Welcome to the Path to Buddhist Wisdom, where we explore timeless Zen and Buddhist teachings to guide us through life's most meaningful transitions. Today, we delve into a transformative truth: the most reliable support in your golden years isn't always family or material success. Instead, it lies in cultivating 5 unshakable pillars: inner peace, health, financial independence, meaningful relationships, and lifelong purpose. These aren't just abstract ideas, they're practices that can reshape your journey and offer clarity, strength, and joy. But how do we build these pillars? And what lessons can Zen wisdom offer for this stage of life? Stay with us as we explore not only the teachings, but also real-life examples and personal stories that bring these ideas to life. So, if you've ever wondered how to transform your later years into a time of peace, resilience, and profound meaning, this is your moment. Let's begin this journey together. Part 1: Inner Peace, the foundation of stability. As the world around us changes, and life's pace begins to slow, one truth becomes undeniable: the external support we once relied on, whether from family, work, or friends, often fades with time. What remains is the sanctuary we've built within ourselves. This sanctuary is what we call inner peace, the first and most crucial pillar for navigating life after 60. Zen teachings remind us, the mind is everything. What you think, you become. This simple yet profound truth highlights the power of cultivating a calm and steady mind. When we anchor ourselves in inner peace, we no longer chase fleeting promises of external stability. Instead, we stand firmly on the unshakable ground of self-awareness and resilience. Why inner peace matters more than ever. By the time you reach 60, you've likely faced your share of life's storms, losses, disappointments, and unfulfilled dreams. Without inner peace, these experiences can weigh heavily, leaving scars of regret and bitterness. But when we embrace mindfulness and let go of attachments, these same experiences transform into stepping stones for growth and wisdom. Consider the story of EMI, a retired schoolteacher who spent decades dedicated to her students and family. When her children moved away and her days grew quieter, she initially felt lost and restless. But instead of seeking fulfillment in distractions, EMI turned inward. Through daily meditation and moments of reflection, she discovered a profound calmness that had been missing for years. This peace allowed her to reconnect with herself and view her life's journey with gratitude rather than longing. How to cultivate inner peace. Inner peace isn't something that simply happens, it's a practice, a habit, and an attitude toward life. Here are some actionable steps inspired by Zen philosophy. Daily rituals of stillness. Dedicate time each morning to sit quietly. Focus on your breath, allowing it to anchor your thoughts. Even 5 minutes can bring clarity and calmness to your day. Simplify your environment. A cluttered space often reflects a cluttered mind. Surround yourself with items that spark joy and meaning, creating a sanctuary where your mind can rest. Practice forgiveness. Holding on to grudges is like drinking poison and expecting someone else to suffer. Release past hurts and unresolved conflicts, not for others, but for your peace of mind. Embrace impermanence. Zen teaches us that everything is transient. Relationships, successes, and even struggles will pass. When we accept this truth, we let go of fear and attachment, freeing ourselves to live fully in the present. The wisdom of letting go. One of Zen's most powerful lessons is the art of letting go. Think of your mind as a cup of water. When it's filled with impurities, the water becomes cloudy. But when you allow the impurities to settle, clarity emerges. Letting go of attachments, expectations, and past regrets is like clearing your mind's water, revealing the stillness beneath. Inner peace is not about avoiding life's storms, it's about learning to remain calm within them. It is a lifelong companion that grows stronger with practice, offering you solace and strength no matter what the world may bring. With this first pillar firmly in place, you will find yourself standing tall, ready to embrace the next chapter of your journey. Part 2. Health and Vitality, Nurturing the Body and Soul. The body, much like a temple, houses the soul. As we age, the demands on this temple grow louder, asking for care, respect, and mindfulness. The second pillar, health and vitality, reminds us that physical well-being is not merely about strength, it's about aligning the body with the serenity of the mind, creating a balanced and harmonious life. In Buddhism, the middle way teaches us to avoid extremes, whether indulgence or neglect. This wisdom becomes especially important after 60, when the body's resilience begins to wane. Yet, even in later years, intentional actions can breathe new life into this vessel, allowing you to move forward with independence and joy. Understanding the mind-body connection. Zen philosophy emphasizes the deep connection between mind and body. A calm mind nurtures a healthy body, while a cared-for body supports mental clarity. When these two are in harmony, life flows with ease. However, neglecting either can lead to imbalance, amplifying the challenges of aging. Consider the story of David, a retired engineer who spent much of his life consumed by work. By 60, years of stress and poor eating habits had left him fatigued and riddled with minor ailments. After a health scare, David decided to take small, intentional steps toward wellness. He began practicing Tai Chi, eating simple, nourishing meals, and dedicating time to rest. Within months, he felt a surge of vitality, not just in his body but also in his spirit. For David, health became a gateway to rediscovering passions he had long set aside. How to cultivate health and vitality. Maintaining health doesn't require grand gestures. Instead, it's about consistent, mindful choices that align with the natural rhythms of life. Here are some practical steps rooted in Buddhist wisdom. Gentle physical movement. Engage in activities that combine mindfulness and movement, such as yoga, walking in nature, or Tai Chi. These practices not only keep the body agile but also foster mental clarity. Example: begin each day with a 10-minute stretching routine to awaken the body and mind. Mindful eating. Focus on simple, wholesome meals that nourish rather than burden. Follow the principle of ahimsa, non-harm, by choosing foods that are kind to both the body and the planet. Practical tip: incorporate more plant-based dishes, rich in fresh vegetables and grains, to promote longevity and vitality. Rest and recovery. Sleep is not a luxury, it's a necessity. A regular sleep routine rejuvenates the body and sharpens the mind. Example: create a calming bedtime ritual, turn off screens an hour before bed, drink herbal tea, or meditate to signal your body that it's time to rest. Listen to your body. Pay attention to aches, fatigue, or discomfort. These are messages from your body, guiding you toward what it needs. The wisdom of balance. The middle way teaches that extremes often lead to suffering. Overindulgence in youth, whether in food, work, or other pleasures, can manifest as health challenges in later years. Conversely, excessive restriction can rob life of its joy. True vitality lies in finding balance. Consider the metaphor of a finely tuned instrument. If the strings are too tight, they will snap. If they are too loose, they will not play. In the same way, a balanced approach to health ensures that both the body and soul harmonize, creating a life of vitality and purpose. Health as a foundation for freedom. Good health is not just about extending life, it's about enhancing the quality of each day. It allows you to pursue passions, nurture relationships, and engage with the world around you. By caring for your body, you ensure that it remains a strong vessel for the journey ahead. The pillar of health and vitality teaches us a profound truth: the body, when respected and cared for, becomes a loyal companion, allowing the spirit to soar. With this pillar firmly established, you will find the strength to continue your path with clarity and purpose, embracing life's next challenges with grace. Part 3. Financial independence, freedom and autonomy. Imagine a river that has carefully carved its banks, ensuring it flows smoothly, even when the current becomes unpredictable. Just as the river prepares its path, we too must prepare for life's uncertainties. This preparation is the essence of the third pillar, financial independence, a foundation that grants dignity, peace, and freedom in your later years. In Buddhist teachings, financial matters are not shunned. Instead, they are embraced as an integral part of a balanced and mindful life. Money, when managed wisely, becomes a tool that supports not just physical well-being but also spiritual growth. It is not about amassing wealth but ensuring freedom from the anxieties of dependency and unforeseen hardships. The importance of financial independence. Financial independence allows you to navigate life with autonomy. It enables you to make choices aligned with your values, unburdened by the constraints of relying on others. This is especially crucial after 60, when unexpected expenses, medical needs, or shifts in family dynamics can arise. Consider Maria, a retired nurse who lived modestly during her working years. By saving a portion of her earnings and investing carefully, she entered her 60s with a sense of security. Unlike some of her peers, Maria wasn't anxious about unforeseen costs or burdening her children. Instead, she used her financial freedom to travel, volunteer, and explore her love for painting. For Maria, financial independence wasn't just about security, it was about living fully and intentionally. How to strengthen financial independence. Achieving financial independence requires mindful preparation and disciplined habits. Here are steps inspired by Buddhist principles to build this pillar. Live within your means. Embrace the concept of santosha, contentment. The less you desire, the more abundant you feel. Example: simplify your lifestyle by focusing on what truly brings joy and eliminating unnecessary expenses. Plan for the unexpected. Create an emergency fund, no matter how small. It provides peace of mind and shields you from sudden financial stress. Practical tip: set aside a small percentage of your income each month as a safety net. Prioritize experiences over possessions. Buddhist wisdom teaches that true happiness comes from moments of connection and meaning, not material possessions. Example: invest in experiences that enrich your life, like learning a new skill or spending time with loved ones, rather than accumulating items that clutter your space and mind. Engage in mindful generosity. Dana, generosity, is a cornerstone of Buddhist practice. Giving thoughtfully, whether to family, friends, or community, aligns with spiritual growth. Example, support causes that resonate with your values, ensuring that your contributions bring both joy to others and fulfillment to yourself. A balanced perspective on wealth. Zen teachings view money as neutral. It is neither inherently good nor bad. What matters is how it is earned, used, and managed. When approached mindfully, financial independence becomes a form of self-care, enabling you to live with dignity and peace. Contrast this with the story of John, who spent his younger years chasing material success, often at the expense of meaningful connections and self-care. By the time he reached 60, his wealth couldn't buy him the peace or freedom he craved. Without mindful planning, John found himself entangled in worries about maintaining his lifestyle and supporting others, leaving little room for personal growth. Financial freedom as a spiritual practice. When you view financial independence through the lens of mindfulness, it transforms into a spiritual practice. It is about aligning your resources with your purpose, ensuring that money supports your journey rather than dictating it. By managing your finances wisely, you free your mind from unnecessary worries, allowing you to focus on what truly matters. The pillar of financial independence is not about accumulating wealth for its own sake. It's about creating a life of freedom and possibility. With this pillar in place, you can embrace the future with confidence and clarity, knowing that your choices are your own. As we move to the next pillar, we'll explore the heart of life's connections, meaningful relationships. Part 4, Meaningful Relationships, Depth over Breadth. As the river of life flows, its path naturally narrows, leaving behind the wide, busy channels of earlier years. Similarly, our circle of relationships often shrinks as we age. But within this narrowing lies an opportunity, a chance to deepen connections, to cultivate meaningful relationships that nourish the soul and uplift the spirit. This is the fourth pillar of support, relationships built on authenticity, respect, and mutual growth. Zen philosophy emphasizes the value of kalyana mitta, or spiritual friendships. These are the relationships that inspire, guide, and uplift us, not because of obligation or convenience, but because of shared values and genuine affection. At 60 and beyond, the quality of these connections far outweighs their quantity. The power of meaningful connections. As we age, family dynamics often shift. Children grow busy with their own lives. Friendships may fade, and acquaintances fall away. While this can feel isolating, it also offers a chance to focus on relationships that truly matter, those that bring joy, comfort, and understanding. Consider the story of Anne, a retired librarian who spent years maintaining superficial relationships out of politeness. By her 60s, Anne realized that many of these connections drained her energy rather than nurtured it. She chose to let go of these ties and instead focused on building deeper bonds with a small circle of like-minded friends. These relationships, based on trust and shared experiences, brought her more fulfillment than she had ever known. How to build and sustain meaningful relationships. Creating authentic connections requires intention and effort. Here are practical steps inspired by Buddhist wisdom to nurture this pillar. Focus on quality, not quantity. Prioritize relationships that bring positivity and growth. A small circle of genuine friends is more valuable than a large group of acquaintances. Example, spend time with individuals who align with your values, even if it means saying no to superficial social engagements. Practice deep listening. Listening is an act of compassion. When you engage with others, give them your full attention without judgment or interruption. Tip: during conversations, focus on understanding rather than responding. This builds trust and strengthens bonds. Cultivate compassion and forgiveness. No relationship is perfect. Practicing compassion and letting go of grudges allows connections to heal and flourish. Example: reach out to an old friend to mend a misunderstanding. Even if years have passed. Let go of toxic ties. Relationships that drain your energy or compromise your peace are not worth holding on to. Buddhist teachings remind us that walking alone is better than staying bound to negativity. Tip: reflect on which relationships enrich your life and which ones hold you back. Release those that no longer serve your well-being. The gift of spiritual friendships. The idea of Kalyana Mitta highlights relationships that go beyond companionship. They are partnerships on the path to wisdom. These friends support your growth, challenge you to be better, and walk alongside you in times of joy and sorrow. Imagine a pair of old monks, sharing stories of their meditative journeys as they tend to their monastery's garden. Their bond isn't built on blood ties, but on a shared commitment to growth and understanding. These spiritual friendships remind us that we are never truly alone on our journey. Relationships as reflections of the soul. Meaningful relationships act as mirrors, reflecting your values, priorities, and inner world. They remind you of your shared humanity and the joy of connecting on a deeper level. Whether it's a friend, a family member, or a mentor, these bonds become anchors in life's later years. A legacy of connection. As we cultivate meaningful relationships, we also create a legacy of love and respect. The kindness, support, and wisdom you share with others become seeds that grow long after you're gone. Whether through a heartfelt conversation, a shared laugh, or a simple act of kindness, these connections radiate far beyond the moment. The pillar of meaningful relationships teaches us that life's richness is found not in the number of people we know, but in the depth of our connections. With this pillar firmly established, you'll find warmth and strength in the company of those who truly matter. Now, let's explore the final pillar, which keeps life vibrant and purposeful: lifelong learning and purpose. Part 5: Lifelong Learning and Purpose, the Key to Vibrancy. As the river reaches its delta, it doesn't cease to flow. Instead, it merges with the vast ocean, continuing its journey in new and expansive ways. Similarly, at 60 and beyond, life offers us the chance to embrace new paths, rekindle forgotten passions, and contribute to the world with wisdom and intention. This is the fifth and final pillar: lifelong learning and purpose, a light that keeps the soul alive. In Zen philosophy, the mind is likened to a garden. When it is left untended, weeds of stagnation and apathy take over. But when nurtured with curiosity, creativity, and purpose, it blooms with vitality and meaning. Embracing a lifelong pursuit of growth transforms your later years from a time of decline to a period of rediscovery. The importance of lifelong learning and purpose. A purposeful life is not measured by achievements or grand gestures. It is defined by the intention and joy you bring to everyday actions. At 60, this can mean exploring new skills, sharing your knowledge, or simply finding beauty in the mundane. Consider the story of Margaret, a retired nurse who had always dreamed of painting but never pursued it due to life's responsibilities. At 62, she enrolled in a community art class, where she discovered not only a talent but also a profound sense of fulfillment. Her paintings, inspired by her life experiences, became a source of joy for her community and a reminder that it's never too late to start anew. How to embrace lifelong learning and purpose. Building this pillar requires an open mind and a willingness to step outside your comfort zone. Here are practical steps to reignite your sense of purpose. Explore new interests. Take up a hobby or skill you've always been curious about but never had time to pursue. Example, learn a musical instrument, study a new language, or start writing a memoir. Share your wisdom. Teaching or mentoring allows you to pass on your experiences while staying connected to others. Example, volunteer at a local school, become a mentor in your field, or share life lessons with younger generations. Engage in creative expression. Creativity is a powerful outlet for self-discovery and connection. Tip, whether it's painting, gardening, or journaling, find a medium that allows you to express your inner world. Give back to the community. Purpose often lies in service to others. Look for opportunities to make a positive impact, no matter how small. Example, volunteer at a charity, help organize community events, or support environmental causes. Stay curious. Approach each day with the mindset of a beginner, eager to learn and grow. Zen proverb, in the beginner's mind, there are infinite possibilities. In the expert's mind, there are few. Purpose as a source of joy. In Zen teachings, purpose doesn't need to be grand or complicated. It can be found in the simplest acts, tending to a garden, preparing a meal with love, or offering a kind word. The key is to infuse these actions with mindfulness and intention, transforming the ordinary into the extraordinary. Imagine Kenji, a retired farmer who spent his days tending to a small vegetable patch. For Kenji, this wasn't just a chore, it was a meditation. Each seed he planted, each wheat he removed, and each harvest he shared with neighbors brought him profound joy and connection. Kenji's garden became a symbol of his purpose, reminding him, and those around him, that life's meaning often lies in its simplest moments. A legacy of growth and contribution. Lifelong learning and purpose aren't just about personal fulfillment, they create a ripple effect. The knowledge you share, the kindness you extend, and the passion you pursue inspire others to do the same. Your actions leave a legacy that continues to grow long after you're gone. Think of Eleanor, a grandmother who loved storytelling. She spent her later years recording family stories, weaving wisdom and humor into tales that her grandchildren cherished. Decades later, those recordings became a family treasure, connecting generations and preserving a sense of identity and belonging. Rediscovery in the golden years. At its heart, this pillar reminds us that life doesn't end at 60, it transforms. The golden years are a time to rediscover yourself, nurture your spirit, and contribute in ways that resonate deeply with your soul. The pillar of lifelong learning and purpose teaches us that life's vibrancy doesn't come from external achievements but from the growth and joy we cultivate within. With this pillar firmly in place, you'll find your later years illuminated with meaning, energy, and fulfillment. Conclusion: building a legacy of wisdom. As we reflect on these 5 pillars, inner peace, health, financial independence, meaningful relationships, and lifelong purpose, it becomes clear that they are not just guides for navigating life after 60, they are gifts we offer to ourselves and those around us. Together, they form a foundation of resilience and joy, allowing us to embrace aging as a time of refinement and growth. The river of life may slow as it approaches the ocean, but its flow remains steady, enriched by the journey it has taken. In the same way, your life after 60 is an opportunity to focus on what truly matters, to let go of what doesn't serve you, and to radiate strength and serenity to those around you. May you walk this path with grace, knowing that the strongest support comes from within. Thank you for joining us on this journey with the path to Buddhist wisdom. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to explore more timeless teachings that inspire a life of peace, purpose, and joy.